Hello, Laker Nation, and welcome back to the last show before we're out for spring break.
That's right. Personally, I'll be doing a lot of shopping. What about you?
Probably just spending time with my family and taking the week off.
Well, that definitely sounds like a lot of fun, but enough focusing on next week because we've got a show to do today. On March 24th, the CCHS FFA chapter competed in the annual Purchase Region FFA Day. The FFA chapter came back with a lot to show for. They will be sending 34 students to state competition this year, with 25 of those being deemed regional champions. Among these students, seniors Audrey Harper and Delissa Green were awarded scholarships. Here are your 2015 regional champions from Calloway County.
Well, as you may know, this past Wednesday was April Fool's Day, and while people around the world played tricks on others, some of our own staff got in on the fun. Pranksters Josh Bailey and Kenan Buchanan went around the school and caused some mischief.
Have you gone to Disney.com without your parents' permission?
Sometimes when I'm feeling rebellious, I like to go against the will of my parents, and yes, I have been to Disney.com without their permission.
This week, me and Mr. Buchanan here went around asking you some of our random questions just to see what your reactions would be. Here's what they were.
What? Sir, is your shirt blue or black or white and gold?
It's definitely white and gold. Yeah.
What is your favorite squirrel? Are you contagious?
No, I hope not.
How many apples are in my left hand?
I don't know. Your left hand is hidden from me.
What shampoo do you use?
None.
Why do you suppose lemon juice is made from artificial lemons, but soap is made from real lemons?
Soap's made from lemons.
It's made from lemons. Has anyone ever told you you look like an eagle?
No.
Without looking, what shirt are you wearing?
A shirt?
Are you the Easter Bunny?
No, I am not.
What shampoo do you use?
Axe.
Head and Shoulders is much better than Axe, sir. Are there special names for the top of your feet?
No, not really.
Mine's named Frank and Sally, if you like to know. I think I've seen you before. I think I've seen you in a book before. Have you ever been in a book?
No.
I think I've seen you in a book before. Without looking, what is the color of your shirt?
Black.
When you turn on the news at 6 o'clock, it's hard not to focus on all the negative stuff happening around the globe. So every now and then, it's nice to be reminded that there are still good people doing good things. It's even better news when Good Samaritans arise from right here at CCHS.
Earlier in the week, Senior Jay Hackathorn misplaced a very important item, her wallet.
After school, I went to the gas station and I paid with my wallet, and then on my way home, it must have flew out of my car window and it was next to the school.
Okay. Sophomore Cheney Hill found the wallet and returned it to Jay with nothing missing.
She came and picked it up and brought it to my house at like 8 o'clock last night, and I think that's really great because a lot of people wouldn't do that. A lot of people would have just kept it. And me and my mom offered her money. I had some money in my wallet, and I offered to give it to her, and she wouldn't take it. And I think that's really awesome that she would bring me my wallet, and she's just a good person, even though I barely know her.
For Laker TV, I'm Hannah England.
Every student experiences a substitute teacher from time to time, and one of the regulars here at Calloway County High School is Mr. Brian Williams. Well, here's a fun fact for you. When Mr. Williams isn't serving as a sub, he trains athletes to compete in triathlons. Reporter Tyler Cummington shares the story.
So I volunteered to coach for about a month until we found a new coach, and that was almost 3 years ago.
For the last 3 years, substitute teacher Brian Williams has been coaching local triathlon students. A triathlon is a competitive event that contains swimming, biking, and running.
Everybody thinks of the Ironman because that's what gets put on TV, but there's actually 4 different distances in triathlon. You can do a sprint distance, which is what most people do. It's usually about a 500 to 700 yard swim, and then about a 14 or 15 mile bike, and then a 5K run. And then Olympic distance is twice that. Then you have a half Ironman, which is twice that distance, which leads eventually to the Ironman.
Before becoming a coach, he competed in multiple triathlons, With years of experience, Williams knows what it takes to win.
Whether you're doing a sprint distance triathlon or an Ironman, the number one thing is commitment. You have to be willing to commit to time.
And then speaking of hardcore physical training, one of our teachers here at CCHS is preparing for a second attempt at the grueling Ironman competition. If you're not familiar with the Ironman, it's an extreme test of physical endurance that requires months of training. Reporter Kevin Barnhill has the story here on Laker TV.
I just decided to give it a chance, and but also too extra motivation from some of my friends who said I couldn't do this. So I said, well, I'm going to prove you wrong.
Scott Civil does more than teach and coach here at Calloway County High School every day. For the past few years, he has been training for the Ironman.
In my case, at about mile 22 and a half of the run, my body just basically shut down, and so I had to pretty much walk for part of the time, run part of the time, but I was about 4 miles away from the finish line. Even though I did finish it, I walked across the finish line, I didn't get a full complete finish. So I told myself that I was going to come back to Louisville again, and I was going to complete and finish it.
Civils attempted the Ironman in 2012. He did not get an official time, but has the privilege to say he completed the course. The Ironman competition all started in Hawaii in 1970 when Naval Officer John Collins decided to bring together the 3 toughest endurance races: swimming, biking, and running. Collins allowed ABC to record the event and quickly brought worldwide recognition, becoming a wildly popular event that takes place all around the globe today. How would someone prepare for an event like this one?
Well, first of all, you've got to get a schedule together. I mean, the big thing with me, my brother-in-law John Klingensmith, who lives not here in Murray, but outside of St. Louis, he's pretty much my coach per se, and he has put together a schedule for me every day during the week. I get one off day to where I can rest, but every day I am doing something. I'm either swimming or running or biking and running or doing what's called bricks, doing back-to-back-to-back type of training. I'm excited about it. I'm hoping that I can cross the line and say I'm a full Ironman.
For Laker TV, I'm Kevin Barnhill.
By the way, to give you an idea of just how challenging the Ironman competition is, contestants have to swim 2.4 miles, then they have to hop on a bike and pedal for 112 miles, and after that, run a full 26.2 mile marathon. So Kennedy, would you be up for a 112-mile bike ride?
Thanks, but no thanks.
Well, right now we're going to take a short break on Laker TV, but when we come back, Brian Hale takes a look at some really cool technology that's on the horizon.
And we've got a special feature on the garage band that's planning to appear at this year's Callaway Idol.
Prescription drug abuse. It can happen to anyone. A message from the Kentucky Attorney General's office.
How many of you have ever traveled around the world, or even traveled across the country? Well, earlier this week, a Moroccan native visited Mrs. DeVos' French class to discuss the differences in cultures, along with his own experiences of traveling around the world.
This past Wednesday, a Moroccan native, Sami El-Kanabi, visited Miss DeVos' class to discuss the Moroccan lifestyle.
That's how he suggested me to come over here. That's how I ended up over here.
Morocco is famous for its food, scenery, art, music, and warm weather.
We have the same exact things as you do have over here, so there is no difference. We have like clubs, bowlings, shopping centers, and everything. Like it's pretty the same thing.
Elkanabi answered questions about his education, the Moroccan food, and how to get a driver's license.
We have like the Moroccan language, which is like not an official language, and our written language. We have Arabic, French, English, Spanish, a lot of languages, so it's diverse.
For Laker TV, I'm Kaylee Anderson. We've all seen those futuristic movies where characters use all sorts of gizmos and gadgets. Everything from futuristic blasters to a watch that will do everything except tell time. It's hard to imagine that any of these could become reality, but Microsoft is developing something that could change your entire perspective of this. Brian Hale tells us more.
Look around. Technology is all around us.
The last few years have been full of advancements in technology, with the advent of 4K resolution televisions, Google Glass, and the Oculus Rift. But one product is trying to push further by eliminating the factor of a two-dimensional screen.
Where your digital world is blended with your real world.
Microsoft HoloLens will project holograms into the space around you that you can interact with, and will also employ surround sound. It is still in the alpha prototyping stage, which means it won't be available to consumers for quite some time, but it is slated to be available during the Windows 10 timeframe. It already has third-party developers working on apps that will be included, for example, as we see in the trailer, Skype, Minecraft, and Netflix, just to name a few. While there are many years between the release of HoloLens and now, it is definitely a project to keep an eye on. For Liquor TV, I'm Brian Hale.
Well, it's going to happen after all. Calloway Idol, the annual talent show here at CCHS, sponsored by the Beta Club, has been rescheduled for April the 24th. And they're still looking for talented entries. Here's Zach Alaba with the inside scoop on Calloway Idol.
They call
Ms. Reagan Boren.
Reagan Boren won Calloway Idol last year with a thunderous performance of House of the Rising Sun. Last year also featured everything from duets, musical performances, and solos.
Gold teeth, gray goose dripping in the bathroom. That I dug my key into the side of his pretty little souped up four-wheel drive.
We asked for the inside scoop on this year's Calloway Idol.
Well, I expect that most students will be excited and looking forward to it, and will want to attend. We haven't had our tryouts yet, but I'm sure that we've got some good talent to look forward to. Tryouts are the week after we come back from spring break on Tuesday and Wednesday. And if students are interested and have not signed up, they need to sign up outside Miss Barrow's classroom door for their time.
We hope that we have a lot of good people try out. We like groups, which is 2 or more, and we like to hear solos as well. So we're hoping we have a lot of variety in our talent. The main thing we say is when you bring in your music, don't have any words. So it needs to be either the instrumental version or a cappella. Then when you come in here, it doesn't have to be your best, but we just want to hear what you expect to do on the day of the show, and then hopefully between tryouts and the day of the show, you can prepare and make it even better. So it is not too late to sign up. There are plenty of spots, and we hope that even if you don't sign up before spring break, that you come back and you're ready to try out.
April 24th is the big show, so get ready, because it'll be here before you know it. For Laker TV, I'm Zach Alaba.
Most students at Callaway were depressed that the snowpocalypse forced the cancellation of Callaway Idol. The showcase of CCHS's most talented attendees to make up for the setback, the Beta Club has arranged for a celebrity performance during the intermission. Here's a sneak peek at the rising stars who were recently featured on VH1's Beyond the Music.
The Modern Garage Band. Easily one of the most recognized groups in modern America. We here at National Phonographic have scoured the continent for the best talent. Instead, we found these guys.
It's like this, you see.
is I know we're not the first garage band, but we'll definitely be the best.
If mediocrity were the goal, these refined young gentlemen would definitely be among the best.
I'm currently taking vocal lessons given from the guy behind the grocery store, and I don't quite know his name. He doesn't talk a lot.
They say variety is the spice of life. In this case, it's like throwing garlic powder into a cake mix. Meet August.
Hey guys, I'm August. Do I really have to be doing this interview? Interview's too mainstream.
August is the socially different individual. I would have just said hipster and made everything simple, but according to August,
he's too mainstream.
August doesn't really even know any chords or notes on the bass guitar. Instead, he chooses to just strum randomly.
I think it's very experimental and on some cosmic levels in tune with my soul. Helps me play Sudoku and drink Starbucks.
isn't that mainstream?
I can't hear you over these negative vibes you're putting off.
What? Of course, the staple of every garage band is an exceptional lead guitarist. Unfortunately, these people have yet to find one.
What's up, y'all? I'm Thrash. And don't confuse it with any other guitarist names! I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes I just have outbursts of uncontrollable rage!
Your typical guitarist.
I'm Thrash! Ah! Well, I got my start on the banjo, but my pa said I wasn't talented. Now I need to focus my career on business marketing. I think everything turned out alright in the end. After all, I got my friends, I got my band, and I got my banjo.
It's not a banjo. It's my bass guitar.
Maybe it is a banjo. Don't tell me what it is.
Alright, this is our hit single, British Cosmic Eskimo Salad. Ready, happy grandpa? 1, 2, ready, play!
That's all the time we have for today's program. Join us next week when we delve into the minds of chess geeks.
Hopefully some more talented musicians will show up to this year's Calloway Idol. Lance, August, and Thrash invite all of you out there to witness Calloway's talented showcase that has been successfully rescheduled for April 24th.
Well, I know that I'm excited to see all the talented students that we have here at CCHS.
It will definitely be a day to remember.
Well, that wraps up our show for today, and don't forget to stay safe, keep dry, and have fun.
And as always, go Lakers!